How's it going, everybody? This is A Talking Disaster, and I'm John O'Brien. We just had week one of the NFL season, so let's just get right into it. It was a great week of football, great week of college football. Uh, Everything was great this week, honestly. So let's start with the Bucks and Cowboys because I was really surprised. Um, the Bucks didn't look bad. Tom Brady looked great, but the Cowboys really surprised me. Dak was awesome. Dak was great. He was great for my fantasy team, and he was great for the Cowboys. And if he keeps playing like that, he can be an MVP candidate. I'm dead serious because he went into Tampa Bay, first game back, shoulder injury, off his other injury, and did that to one of the best defenses in the NFL and the reigning Super Bowl champions. And it took Tom Brady to do what Tom Brady does and lead the Bucks down the field for a game-winning field goal. I was really impressed by the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm not going to lie, I was really surprised. I really was. I think Cowboys fans out there should be very happy with the way they performed. And I think taking this into the season, seeing how that offense is rolling, and the defense wasn't bad either. They had some big turnovers and big spots. So I think the Cowboys, they keep that up, man. That's going to be – I think they're a lock to win the NFC East, honestly, if they keep doing that. So let's get right into the Sunday games then. My Pittsburgh Steelers, I told you, bet the Bills, -6.5. I love the Bills there. And I was dead wrong, and I couldn't be happier. The Pittsburgh Steelers went into Buffalo and beat Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, that prolific offense that we keep hearing about, and that defense that is okay, and that great coach I keep hearing about. And Pittsburgh went into Buffalo in week one on the road when everyone doubted them, including myself, and proved everybody wrong. And then I see the national media react, and almost everyone besides Stephen A. Smith said, well, the offense looked terrible, and the Bills just kind of sucked. So, it doesn't really count. No. Colin Cowherd said, Super Bowls aren't won in September. Whoa, okay. Yeah, no shit. So, the Steelers, I'm going to say this. Biggest week one win in the Mike Tomlin era. So many questions coming into the season. Is this going to be Roethlisberger's last season? If it doesn't turn out, is it Tomlin's last season? And they go into one of the toughest places to play with their fans back and beat the Buffalo Bills, who I predicted to go to the Super Bowl. That is crazy, and I can't remember the last time the Steelers had a huge game win on the road. I can't. When they beat somebody that's such a juggernaut like the Buffalo Bills and they beat them. I can't remember. The pass rush is looking insane for the Steelers. That front seven is disgusting. And guess what? It's only going to get better because Stephon Tuitt is coming back soon. And that is something scary to think about, because if your offensive line is not right, they are going to eat you alive. And yeah, I'll admit the offense didn't look great. It didn't. But did anybody expect that? You have so many new offensive linemen starting. You have a rookie running back starting, and you have a new offensive coordinator. Did anybody actually think that Pittsburgh was going to go into Buffalo and put up 40 points? I didn't. The over-under was 46. Nobody did. So please, knock it off with all that talk that the offense – everyone knows the offense isn't that great. But you can still win in this league with defense, and that offense is only going to get better as they keep using and utilizing all the weapons they have. Najee's going to get more comfortable. That offensive line's going to get more comfortable. And we're getting Zach Banner back. So, with that being said, I think the Steelers shut up a lot of people, even though most people would say it was just the Bills having an off day. And I think both of those can be true. So let's go to the Buffalo Bills here. I don't think it's time to overreact to the occasional people saying, oh, Josh Allen looked bad. Oh, no. They're going to be just fine. They're so well coached. Josh Allen is so good. Stephon Diggs is so good. Stephon Diggs did not have a good game. Steelers secondary played great too. I think the Steelers just were better. Honestly, I do. And I think the Bills will be just fine. So now let's go back. Let's go to the 3:30 game. Let's go to the 3:30 game. It was the Browns and Chiefs. The first one of the 3:30 games I'm going to talk about here. The Browns looked like a legit threat. As much as that kills me to say, they went into Kansas City and probably should have won. But Patrick Mahomes in September is absolutely insane. His career in September, 11-0, 35 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That is alien type statistics. That's not fair. That's not fair. How can you expect anybody to go into their stadium and beat them if that's how they're going to be? And they almost did it. And the Browns almost did it. So I think with the Chiefs, I do have some concerns. The way of them abandoning the running game. Sometimes that's going to bite you. And that defense was looking a little slow. Browns have a really good offense, but that defense was not really up to par, honestly. And we saw that in the Super Bowl, and now we're seeing it now. So the key to beating the Chiefs is out. Just stop the offense, and you're going to win. And if you can't stop them, just contain them. And the Browns did that for 3 quarters on Sunday. And then in the 4th quarter, Patrick Mahomes just took over the game. Tyreek Hill took over the game. Travis Kelce took over the game. You can't beat that. There is no 1-2-3 punch better in maybe the history of the NFL than that. So with that being said, kudos to the Browns. The Browns and the Cowboys really surprised me. I both had the Chiefs and the Buccaneers covering against those two teams. And the Cowboys and the Browns went into those stadiums and put up a hell of a fight. So kudos to them. The next 3:30 game was the Packers and the Saints. And was it ugly? 38-3, the Packers dropped to the New Orleans Saints. Aaron Rodgers just didn't look prepared, and nobody on that team did. It looked like they were all hungover. I don't know what they were doing in Jacksonville on Saturday night, but probably not studying game film because that's what it looked like. But here's the thing. Don't overreact to that. 38-3 in week 1, that's pretty terrible. That's about as bad as it gets. You cannot write a worse start if you tried. So, with that being said, does anybody actually think that Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and Devontae Adams aren't going to come back swinging? My phone was going off again. I'm sorry. I thought I had a phone call. I need to silence it. Let's see here. Where was I at? Packers Saints? Yeah. There shouldn't be any overreaction because the Packers are going to come back and they're still going to be one of the best teams in the NFC. I think they're still going to win the NFC North, but they have to look more prepared than that. Rodgers has got to – there was some unlike Rodgers play. He had 5 picks last year. He had 2 in this game, 2 in week 1 against that Saints defense. That's a little suspect. It's a little suspect. But I will say this for the Saints. Jameis Winston really surprised me with the way he can sling it. Didn't have a lot of passing yards, but guess what? He had 5 passing touchdowns, and that's plenty enough to beat anybody in this league. So I think the Saints could easily be fighting for a wild card spot. I'm probably going to overreact to the Saints here a little bit because that's about as impressive as a win as it can get. I think what Jameis did was very impressive, and he's got a lot of critics to quiet this year. So I'm going to look out for Jameis Winston. And I was wrong about him. Honestly, I was. I thought the Jameis Winston decision was a little weird, even though it does make sense for the price and everything. But I would say that he really surprised me on Sunday and with that performance against Green Bay and everybody's performance from the Saints, honestly. So kudos to the Saints on that huge victory. And, hopefully maybe they'll go on a run here soon. So let's go to the Sunday night game. Bears-Rams. Bears lose 34-14. I said the Bears would cover as well. All these games I'm talking about, I failed on. I completely whiffed. I completely misjudged in all facets. So the Bears. What is their plan with Justin Fields exactly? Because I'm not sure what it is. Are you trying to show him off a little bit, but not the whole thing? Because that's what it looks like to me. But at the same time, aren't you trying to push for the playoffs and be successful? Because with Andy Dalton, it was pretty obvious last night, Sunday night, that that's not going to happen. That's just not, it's not going to work. Dalton is not the answer. He is not the short-term answer. He's not the long-term answer, obviously. I wouldn't be surprised by week 4 he's out of there because he should be. And if I was Matt Nagy, I would put Fields in, because not only I would understand it a little more if he had somebody more competent in front of him, like a Cam Newton or somebody like that, but he doesn't. It's Andy Dalton. We should know this about Andy Dalton at this point. It's just not good enough. He's a good backup to have, I would say, but he is not a starting quarterback in this league anymore. That's how it should be, and that's how the Bears should be. But hey, here's my thing with rookie quarterbacks. If you are so high on this guy, you put him in right away. You throw Aaron Donald at him. You throw that Rams defense at him. If this was the same score, which I don't think it would be, then fine. Learning experience. You paid so high for this guy, and you have so much riding on him. I get the hiding thing, but this is your guy, and you still got a good defense. Put him in. There's no point. There's no reason to jump around this. It's stupid. It's stupid. All right, so let's go to the game last night, which was the craziest game of the week, which was the Ravens and the Raiders. And the Ravens lost in overtime 33-27. In probably the craziest NFL overtime I've ever seen in my life. The Raiders look like they score. It's overturned. He's short at the 1. They have a penalty. They go back. Derek Carr throws an interception in the end zone. The Ravens have it. Lamar has it. Fumbles. Now, I'm sure I haven't seen anything. I'm sure the media is going to try to blame Lamar for this. That's ridiculous, okay? Lamar took full accountability. And if you watch the fourth quarter, Lamar was the only reason that game even went to overtime. He got a touchdown and a field goal on 2 drives that were probably like a total of 3 minutes long, probably, in game time. It was crazy, that display he put on. And I would be honest, I thought the Ravens were going to win. I thought the Ravens were going to win as soon as Lamar got that ball back, because he looked like a man on a mission in the fourth quarter. But that's how it happens. Nassib made a great play. Lamar fumbles the ball. Raiders get it. That's how it works. That's how it happens sometimes. Same with Baker. Baker made a bad decision on the last play of the game for his offense. He throws a pick to Kansas City, but the Browns wouldn't have been in that position without him either. You will not see me sending this much love to AFC North teams that much. But I am, because it's true. It's true. So, don't blame Lamar. That's just stupid. That's just so stupid. Please don't. So some standout players that surprised me. You have the obvious standouts. You have the TJ Watts. You have the Chandler Jones. You have the Patrick Mahomes. You have the Tom Brady's. We all know those guys. Aaron Donald. I'll say this. I already said Dak Prescott surprised me. Jameis Winston, I already said he surprised me. Derek Carr surprised me last night. Derek Carr made some bad decisions, and it went right out of his head just like that. And he came back, and he hit that man for the wide open touchdown. Derek Carr showed great poise last night, especially in that late drive in the fourth quarter to get his team in position to tie the game. I thought that was probably the best part of his game last night, was that last drive. And that last drive was crazy. So let's see here. Nelson Aguilar, he surprised me for the Patriots. Patriots lost 17-16 to the Dolphins at home. I said the Dolphins would win. I'm not surprised at all, but Nelson Aguilar had a pretty good game. He had a touchdown, and I was surprised by it. And Mac Jones kind of surprised me too. It was a really good defense to face in your first ever game, and he played pretty well with the weapons that he has. Let's see here. Kyler Murray put on a show against the Titans. I told you guys about the Titans, man. I told you guys about the Titans. They're not deep on defense. If you slow that offense down, they're not good. They're not good. And Vrabel's talking about all this. We need to get bigger. We need to be this physical team. And as a hockey fan, anytime anyone says that, that team always sucks after. This is not a you can win games with good defense. This is not big boy, big physical game anymore. It's not. It's not. And Vrabel needs to understand that, because if he doesn't, the Titans are going to fall far behind. This is a speed game, and this is a talent game. It's not that big physical football that he's used to playing in New England. It's not. And I'm surprised he hasn't figured that out from the last couple years, that it's not. You weren't anything until Tannehill got there anyway. You weren't anything until you got some skill on your team. So if you're taking away skill for the big physical guys, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Let's see here. Jamar Chase surprised me. He caught a pass, and he went in the end zone. I don't think anybody saw that coming because of what happened in the preseason, but he shut a lot of people up on Sunday. And I think the Bengals surprised me too, just as a whole. I'm not surprised by Joe Burrow, and I'm not surprised by the Vikings losing in overtime to the Cincinnati Bengals, because that's the Vikings. That's what they do. When it matters most, Kirk Cousins will not be there for you, and I think we should all know that by now. But the Vikings don't. Let's see here. Oh, last one. Jalen Hurts. He was awesome. He was great against the Falcons. I said the Eagles would cover. I didn't think they were going to win, though. I don't know why. The Eagles smoked him. Devontae Smith's first catch is a touchdown. That's awesome. Good for him. And Jalen Hurts looked like a franchise guy. Now, he's going to face a lot of tougher defenses than the Falcons' defense, which is fair. But if he keeps playing like that, the Eagles do have a shot at a wild card spot. I'm dead serious, because that's exactly what the Eagles needed. They needed somebody who can control the game, move with his feet, and make good decisions. And that's what's looking like Jalen Hurts is. That's not what Carson Wentz was. Carson Wentz had all those things except the good decisions. So there you have it. That's my week 1 kind of reaction, suppose. Be on the lookout for week 2's gambling predictions. We went 7-9. Let's see. 7-9. Missed on the Bucks, missed on the Bills, hit on the Eagles, hit on the Panthers. Sam Darnold, I knew it. I knew Sam was going to come in clutch. He did. We missed on the Jaguars pretty bad. I didn't think Tyrod Taylor would put up 37 points against anyone, but he did. We missed on the Titans pretty bad. We hit on the Chargers. We missed on the Packers pretty bad. It's like all the ones I missed on were like pretty bad. Like the best one I missed on was probably the Vikings. I said the Vikings, they were 3.5 favorites. If they won in overtime, if they scored a touchdown in overtime, they would have covered. So congrats to the Bengals there. Tied for first. You never know. Just kidding. Let's see. Missed on the Chiefs. That wasn't so bad. We missed by 2 points. Broncos we hit. Ravens we missed. Niners we hit. Oh, man. I might have been looking at this. Wait, hold up. We got to look up what the Niners score was, because I think we might have missed on that too. Hold up. It was 49. No. It was 41 to, it was either 33 or 34 that decides if we hit on it or not. It was 33. We hit. Lions plus 7.5. Let's go. So we did go 7-9, not 6-10. Thank God. We hit on the Dolphins, like I said. Seahawks put on a show. I don't think it's any surprise that Russell Wilson's playing great in September. Don't be surprised if you hear some MVP stuff. For me, I would love to see Russell Wilson win MVP, but I'll believe it when I see it. That's my thing. Let's see. Yeah, I missed on the Bears bad. Packers bad. Bucks bad. Jaguars really bad. Yeah, so that's week 1. Be on the lookout. I'm going to do a review of Baby Keem's new album, The Melodic Blue, and then I will give you my week 2 predictions. So always thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I always really appreciate it. Yeah, so just stay tuned. I got a lot more stuff dropping this week. Thank you guys very much.